So all this week, we've been talking about the protest on Tuesday night. We've been talking about the fact that our police officers did a wonderful job keeping people safe, getting them home. We've talked about the fact that our community simply isn't going to accept a few people who decide to take it upon themselves to do damage in our community and put people in harm's way. Today's a story about small business, and it's about other consequences of the few that came down with the purpose of doing harm. And I'm going to introduce to you David Silverman. David is with Geltmore, and we're standing in front of the Imperial Building, which is one of our absolutely great new investments in downtown Albuquerque. This is going to be the home of our new grocery store. We've been working for years to get this in place. This is a significant investment by local investors. We have a local construction company and a local architecture firm who are designing and building this, and David will introduce them. And we're just going to let them tell you their story about what happens when a handful of folks decide to do the wrong thing. David?
Thanks, Mayberry. I'm here as a property owner in downtown, as a volunteer working towards revitalization efforts in downtown, and as part of a larger group that is working tirelessly as volunteers to improve and revitalize downtown. First off, I want to thank the Albuquerque Police Department, Bernalillo County Sheriff's Office, New Mexico State Police, and even the Rio Rancho Police Department for handling such a volatile situation on Tuesday night. After viewing the live video and viewing the videos APD has circulated since Tuesday night, it's very apparent that our law enforcement did a tremendous job protecting our downtown community from senseless violence that escalated as the sun went down. I also want to thank the downtown community, specifically the block by block clean and safe ambassadors, the downtown business owners, and the downtown residents who woke up early Wednesday morning to clean up the mess that was made by the misbehavior on Tuesday evening. I'd like to acknowledge and respect the rights of all people to assemble and the right of free speech. That being said, the right to assemble and to demonstrate free speech do not give anyone the right to foster an environment that creates a stampede, nor does it give them the right to destroy other people's property, public or private, deface other people's property, take cruel acts against animals, and disregard instructions from our police officers who are trying to keep the peace. Our officers showed immense restraint and took horrible abuse after dark from a small group of individuals who did not come to downtown Albuquerque on Tuesday night to participate in a peaceful assembly around politics. There are also many people who are working tirelessly to make our community, and specifically downtown Albuquerque, a vibrant area for all New Mexicans and our visitors to enjoy. Turning a political assembly into a scene of a riot in our downtown area is a setback to everyone working in this effort. While it's unfortunate that the national political situation has created such strong feelings, we should be able to communicate our feelings in a civil manner without resorting to violence. We shouldn't turn on ourselves. In support of the police department, we're contributing a donation to the Mayor's Fund to offer a reward in assisting, bringing forward the people organizing and participating in property destruction and violence towards law enforcement on Tuesday evening. We have a donation of $500. Deca Bear Sabatini has a donation of $500, and the Janes Corporation has a donation of $500 that we're providing to the mayor to help bring forward the people who participated in the violence after dark on Tuesday night.
Thank you so much. Thank you. You want to talk about the damage to the building?
A lot of it, the folks at Janes were here early checking out the damage. Landscaping was ripped out, graffiti to the building was done, broken storefront windows. There's videos that the police circulated of people lighting fires in trash cans in the alley behind the building. This is not anything that was related to politics. This was property destruction, and the folks at Janes and the rest of the downtown community, woke up early on Wednesday to clean up the mess so that everybody coming downtown to work or people waking up, probably already had a scary enough evening. Were able to come out to some sense of normalcy, when they woke up.
Thanks, David.
Could you explain what your association with the building is?
We are co-developers and co-owners of this building. Our company is Geltmore LLC. Our the co-owner of the building is Yes Housing. And we've both been developing the project for 4 years at this point.
Geltmore?
Yes, sir.
You want to explain the housing component of this?
There's one level of underground parking at this property, 23,000 square feet of retail space, and 74 residential apartments, of which residents are already living. The retail space is under construction. Will be opening in the third quarter of this year.
Good housing or just
mixed income housing with market rate and 80% affordable housing and 20% market rate.
So people are already living in this development?
Correct.
And the grocery store might open third quarter is what,
This
the last
summer.
3 months?
They'll
Yeah.
open in July, late July.
We'll have a big to do when that happens because that's a great catalyst for downtown.
Any idea on the dollar amount of the damages, or?
It's hard to say. You guys have any guesses on?
I think a lot of the damage, because we were already here, we just took care of. But I think the Silvermans are going to probably be out of pocket at least a couple $1,000 of stuff that we can't replace without having to order stuff in.
And that's just this property. I mean, if you watch the live events after dawn when all the TV stations started picking it up, all along 3rd Street, properties were being compromised. It was not just this property. Because it's brand new, it gets a lot of attention, but there's videos that the police department circulated of people on the corner of the French restaurant on 3rd and Gold on the roof causing trouble. This is not civilized behavior, and I'm sure there's been other property damage along the way beyond public property, that I can't tell the story to because we can only control what we're involved with.
And so what was it like coming out here and seeing the damage the next day?
It's pretty disheartening. It's pretty frustrating when you put your heart and your soul and your pocketbook into something and a small group of individuals show no regard for the residents living nearby, the businesses that work here, the businesses who are spending money here, to have a scene of violence. So if I speak too much about that, I'll probably get emotional, and you don't need the tear jerking in the evening news. In the grand scheme of things, this is not, the damage is pretty minor. It could have been a whole lot worse, and we have the law enforcement community to thank for that. Buildings could have been set on fire, and the law enforcement, prevented that from happening. So, I consider us pretty lucky that we wound it up with some landscaping issues, some graffiti, and some busted windows, because it could have been a whole lot worse.
It's David Silver.
Yes, sir.
If you could talk to the individuals that did this to your property, what would you tell them?
I would just ask, why do they think, that it's okay to come and cause violence and destroy other people's property? It's the golden rule. Treat others how you want to be treated. Nobody would want their residence, their place of business, to be vandalized like that for absolutely no reason. You can't blame property destruction and violence towards law enforcement on, politics. We should be able to handle, our feelings and our political beliefs, in a very civil manner. This is a democracy. We're lucky to live in the best nation in the world. We should be able to behave like we live in the best nation.
Thanks for coming. I appreciate it. And the only I'd say to add to what David is saying is, this particular event happened to be downtown. It could have been in the Northeast Heights. It could have been in the Valley. It could have been in the South Valley. This is not a reflection on downtown. We just happened to have an event downtown that brought some individuals that felt compelled to take it upon themselves to damage others that had nothing to do with their grievances. And so we just ask our community that we're better than this. Another thank you to the police department. Thank you to those who came down to voice their opinions in a peaceful way. Both supporters of candidate Trump and those who are opposed to candidate Trump that came down here and exercised their rights. There's in a peaceful way. We say thank you to them, and we just want those few individuals that decided to do harm and create violence. Your whole community's against you. You don't have anybody on your side on an equation like this. And so I want to thank David and everybody for their downtown investments, and we'll pick up and move on, but we can do better than this. Thanks.
Thank you.